Good morning. Hayom Yom, Zayin Nissan. Before we read the Torah on Shabbos, we read several paragraphs in the Siddur. One of them begins, Ala kol yiskad v'yiskadish. You could find it in your Siddur on page 224. Now the Rebbe points out that there's something very strange about this paragraph. And that is, throughout the paragraph, we make multiple references to Hashem, to God. But all of them are in the third person. We say God of all the worlds, the God of the souls. But then suddenly, smack in the middle of the paragraph, there's one reference to Hashem which switches from the distant third person to the direct second person. We say the words, V'cheretzayin kol amcha beis Yisrael. Do what your people want. We switch to the direct second person, your people. And actually some editions of the Siddur at the time struck out these words because they thought it was a mistake, and the Rebbe was saying, no, this indeed is the correct girsa. So that's one. The rest of the Hayom Yom deals with the last names of the Chabad Rebbeim and where they came from. And actually it came from, in the early 1800s in Russia, the government mandated that everyone had to come and register and sign up with a last name. For various reasons they did this. And the way it would work is any adult could choose whatever name they wanted, but then from then on, their children would carry their last names. So the Alter Rebbe, the first Chabad Rebbe, he took on the name Baruochovich, which was a patronymic because his father's name was Baruch, so he took the name Baruochovich. But his son, the Mittler Rebbe, and his grandson, the Tzemach Tzedek, both of them at the time didn't take a last name because the government wasn't really enforcing this law so strongly. They were kind of turning a blind eye and looking the other way, so they didn't take a last name. And then with the Napoleonic Wars, when Napoleon Bonaparte invaded Russia in 1812, the government really didn't pay attention to this, and this went on the back burner until they drove Napoleon out of Russia, and Napoleon was defeated, and then they redoubled their efforts to make everyone register with a last name. And they really doubled down on getting everyone to sign up. And in the area in Russia where the Rebbe's family was, the local authorities gave everyone only a couple of days to come and register, or else they can get prison time or fines. But the Rebbe's family, since the Alter Rebbe had supported the Tsar throughout the war, he had aided the war effort. Because of that, they had special treatment. They were given about 2 months to pick a name. So the Alter Rebbe's son, the Mittler Rebbe, the second Chabad Rebbe, he chose for himself the name Schneuri, which was a patronymic because his father's name was Schneer Zalman. So he took the name Schneuri. And then the Tzemach Tzedek, the third Chabad Rebbe, he, interestingly enough, also took the name from the Alter Rebbe. He took the name Schneerson. And the reason he took the name from the Alter Rebbe, his grandfather, and not from his own father, is because after the Alter Rebbe had passed away, so within 30 days, within the Shloshim, the Alter Rebbe came in a vision to the Tzemach Tzedek. And in this vision, the Alter Rebbe told the Tzemach Tzedek how them two shared a special biological and spiritual connection. And when the Tzemach Tzedek awoke from that vision, he felt so connected to the Alter Rebbe that he took the Alter Rebbe's name for his own. If you would like to read about the exact contents of this vision, it's actually the subject of another Hayom Yom, the Hayom Yom of Chaf Ches Iyar. So go check that out if you want to know the exact contents of the vision. But in any event, the Tzemach Tzedek took the name Schneerson, and all the future Chabad Rebbeim inherited that name from him, and all of them had the name Schneerson. Which is interesting, that all the Chabad Rebbeim's name was Schneerson, the son of Schneer, the son of the Alter Rebbe. Have a wonderful and wonderful day.